Okay, King of the Ring, Saudi Arabia, Blood Money. I'm gonna hold the Blood Money jokes for right now, but yes, the King of the Ring pay-per-view tournament here today, this afternoon. Special review this Saturday. Don't really do a lot of these Saudi Arabia reviews, but it is the King of the Ring tournament, so yeah, let's get right to it. Given that the change at the last second is now for a title shot at SummerSlam. We'll get into that pretty soon. But first off, let my co-host introduce himself today for this review.
All right, yeah, this straight face 40. Back at it again. It was a decent show. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, it was a good show. Not much to say from here. Very predictable when you want to look at it, but yeah, pretty easy show to get through. It was like what, 5, 6 matches really, which it looks like a lot of these pay-per-views are. Even though I still feel like Backlash should have used some more matches at the last pay-per-view, but it is what it is, I guess. But we do kick off the show. We did have a pre-show match added the last second, especially from SmackDown last night. But the women's tag titles are on the line. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Honestly, it's really not a lot to say here. It is what it
Yeah.
is. It was a crowd pleasing match, and
Mhm.
Bianca and Jade had a finisher now, so they had a double team finisher. Would look pretty cool, by the way. So obviously Bianca and Jade were gonna retain the tag titles here. Like, come on, who really saw them winning? I mean, losing this anyways. And like I said, this was some last minute stuff. So yeah, Bianca and Jade retain. No surprise from there. But like I said, they had a cool double team finish.
I was surprised by that double team finish. I guess they, bringing in some new stuff so they could be more like a real team. So I really liked it. It was cool. But like you
Because they
said, yeah, we all know who was going to win, and so it was a decent match. You know, they went out the Bianca leg. Trying to make it, seem like they could win, but we all know what was going to happen.
true. That's true. Like, come on, we already know who's gonna win this. Yeah, the whole one thing commentary made a good point about this was that what Cole said that Bianca Jay didn't even use the regular finishers, the KOD or the J did. Like I said, they had a double team finish. So like you said, it makes them look like a team. Only real problem is like what other really other teams are there to face?
Yeah, all those damn teams that they had on Monday, they had like at least 4 teams over there. They could run through them before dropping the titles. They
True,
run
because
through
a lot of makeshift tag teams anyways. But who won that match on Monday?
um,
I don't even remember.
I don't remember either. To be honest with you, I don't remember either. To be honest, yeah.
I
Well, I know
haven't
who
been
was in
paying
it. Like,
attention.
yeah, Katana Chance and Katie Carter. Who are
Um, Damage Control.
Idiot? Candace, Damage Control, like you said, and Zoe and Shayna Baszler.
Oh
Zoe
yeah,
and
they
Shayna
won.
Baszler.
They won. They won.
Yeah, they won. Okay.
Also, I don't even think it was Candice and Indy in that match because they're on SmackDown now. I think it was like
Yeah, no, yeah. So who
yeah,
was
it
it?
was Ivy and
Yeah,
Maxine.
yeah, that was cool. I mean, one cool. I like Ivy. She got potential.
I agree. That's kind of the only thing I agree out of that whole team. So there you go. But yeah, Shane and them won they get a title shot. But yeah, like I said, this was added the last minute. So yeah, Bianca and Jade win. Not a lot to say from here. I know everyone's gonna keep arguing this, but we gotta remember this is a third world country, so you have to give credit to the women. At least they try to make their gear look cool.
And the gear does look cool, but I do want to point out one thing though. You can see the discomfort in most of these women faces, and you can really see the discomfort. They tried to hide it, especially Becky. Oh my goodness, Becky, and she would try to when she was in the ring, doing her little pose before the match and stuff. on the rope, but I
Yeah.
can see directly in her face that she looking like, man, let me get the fuck up out of this country now. Let me get up out of this place now. After this match, I've got a plane. I want to go home. You can tell, like most of these women is not comfortable.
Oh yeah, like you can see it. I know people are gonna bring go. Well, look at all the photos. Yeah, they probably were at a special resort,
Of course.
um, in Saudi. Obviously, they like where it was okay to do all that. But yeah, it was a special resort. Okay, like this is the actual show, so we know what happens when they do this. All right, come on, we could see it.
Mhm.
They try to at least make their gear look like their gimmicks in a way. Becky being the man,
Mhm.
kind of got like the pantsuit and all that. So they tried. Like that's all you can really say about it.
I
Cause
like Jade. I like the Jade. Look like a little pink Power Ranger over there.
oh yeah, that was pretty cool too. Like I said, like the Power Ranger. Yeah, it did like a Power Ranger look. So no, they did even, and we'll get to Lyra. The whole bird, like a crow. She almost like a crow.
I like the little crow thing. Yeah, I did. I liked it that.
So like give credit. At least they try to make their gear look cool. Like I can at least give credit to that because trust me, there's so many propaganda commercials they put throughout this show. Like yo,
I
Saudi's a
swear.
great
I
place to go
swear.
to.
Yeah, right. You go there without the WWE machine behind you. Did you go there?
Didn't they kill some journalists over there last time I
Right,
checked?
right.
Like, come on.
You go out there without the security and the WWE behind you, and see if you could come back home.
Like look at the architecture. Look at everything about it. Look at the architecture. Look at the places. Like they trying to be Dubai.
Man, look, here's the thing. They can try all they want. They even try. They remember? Do you see part of the show where they were showing the women talking on the stage or something like that? It was like a women conference or something like that, and it was a bunch of women talking on the stage. They talking about uh, how Saudi is trying to change for the women and all that stuff. I'm like, man, I'll see it too. I'll see what I believe it when I see it. All right, I
Hey,
believe it what I
remember,
see.
man? Remember they said a few years ago, like, oh well, women can finally drive over there now.
Right, like that was some type of good thing or something. Like, yeah, they get man, what now? This is 2023.
I think it was even before that. I think it was 22 or 21. Like the women can finally drive.
You like, come on, do y'all look at the date? We are in the 21st century, and then y'all over here talking about, oh man, these women can drive now. Aren't you happy for them? Uh, nah, man. But
Nah,
yeah,
they can't fool me. But nah, it looks like everybody likes going over there to make a lot of money. WWE,
yeah,
UFC, boxing, all that stuff. We've seen it. So there you go. Like it's still a third world country at the end of the
country
day.
though.
Everybody trying to be like Dubai, and I don't even know. And everybody made Dubai look like it's the greatest thing, and I don't even know how they work all the way. But it must be that good. Like because I already know how Saudi get down. So there you go. But let's move on from the propaganda here. With the actual first match of the night, Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan for the Women's Championship. Um, it was a good match. I thought the finish kind of made Becky look like an idiot out there in a way. Because, like I said, it was good for what it was, but Dominic coming out there and trying to be distracting to both of them, like no other Judgment Day members around and stuff. And the way Becky was just getting distracted, like the whole time was just, I'm like, man, she's really falling for this, is she? Like, I get it has to do with the finish, but I kind of thought they made Becky look like an idiot right here. And Liv Morgan was able to get the win, doing a DDT onto the chair and then hitting the Oblivion and winning, now becoming the new women's champion, which honestly, and I think I've already said this, like, man, they could have did this back on Raw a few weeks ago and just had her win the Battle Royale, and she could just go on and troll Rhea Ripley for several months until whenever Rhea Ripley comes back. But they decided to go with this way. Honestly, I kind of thought Becky was gonna win, but I like the minute I saw Dominic, I'm like, okay, it's gonna be some screwy finish where Liv Morgan wins. Because after that god awful promo she did on Raw, I was like, man, tell me why she's winning the title again. But you know why people like Liv Morgan a lot. Like I just don't get it all the way. But we've had this discussion before. She's the hot stoner. She's a hot stoner. She looks really good.
And me being around like guys who do smoke and who do get stoned and stuff, we it's like we happy to find a a pretty stoner. And that's what they doing. They see her, she smoke weed and all that stuff. Oh man, she woo, she the best thing smoking. Like nah, she ain't. She ain't. But I want to disagree with you with one thing though, Bray.
Yes.
One thing I want to disagree is the distraction. I would be distracted too because here's the thing: Dom ain't got nothing to do with both me or Liv. If I were Becky, and it would confuse the hell out of me that this nigga is out here. Like, why are you out here? You don't mess with either of us. Like, well, he's like, hold on, like, why you out here, B? Like, and I would be, and then what Don would try to say to her was, "I'm here for you," and she was like, "No, you are not here for me. You, what do you mean you here for me?" He's like, "Man, I'm here for you." And basically, what they try to convey is what Dom they try to make it seem like Dom accidentally helped Liv win the match.
But he's basically been in cahoots. We've already
I
seen
already know,
on
and
Raw in the background, and they walk out the same thing and all that. So we know it's some secret plan that they're in cahoots now, and he helped her win the title right here.
hmm and what they're gonna help Rhea when she comes back, and she gonna be a super mega face because the guy that she trusted the most is helping out the girl who put on the show, and that's gonna make her a sympathetic baby face right there. Liv gonna be the heel, and I'm thinking this might happen at SummerSlam.
That's what I was just thinking too. I definitely give it till SummerSlam that they will face for the title. So that I can definitely see that happening. But Liv Morgan winning, I'm not surprised. And like I said, this was a distraction finish. But I'm like you when we was talking about Monday. It's like I'm like a lot of other people. Like, what is the big appeal with Liv? But we've already answered that question.
hmm It's like I that promo on Monday. Everybody, even I was watching YouTubers and stuff, and they were talking about how Liv owned the crowd by coming back with the coming back at the one chance. I'm like, no, she did it. All she did was when they said what to her, she like what. That's all she did. She said it so like she was irritated or something. Like I can't believe they keep on wanting me. What? And it's like she was basically like being like a petulant child out there. Like you could tell, like some of the things that she was saying didn't make sense. Oh, Becky, you might got these people fooled. Okay, explain how Becky got these people fooled. Oh, you can't. Well, so what you saying then? It's like the whole promo sucks so bad on the. It was more than just her delivery. It was everything she was saying. It didn't make sense. I was like, man, my goodness, they gonna put the belt on this girl. I know they gonna put the belt on this girl because the internet been going crazy and been wanting the belt on this girl. And so I know they're gonna try to please the fans on the internet and put the belt on that girl. And Lord behold, what happened?
Yep, they just put the title. I'm like what Becky said. Like, yeah, you've been here for 10 years, and this is what you can finally come up with, right? The revenge tour.
Revenge tour. You went through hella gimmicks. Riot Squad, the regular old Liv Morgan. Now you at revenge tour Liv Morgan now. Like now it's the revenge tour is done now. You got the title. And so what else we got to do? You know, like, well, what else pay per view we got before this? I know that. Well, what we got something
Clash of the
before
Castle.
Clash of the Castle. Okay, all
That's
right.
literally like
So
a few weeks.
weeks away. They say what they gonna do with Liv then? They ain't gonna even probably focus on Liv. Probably focus on the go over there to SmackDown and focus on that champion before the Clash of the Castle. Because guess
Yeah, you're right about that because they barely. I forget Bailey's even on SmackDown half the time or the champion.
I saw SmackDown last night, so when she got beat up, and so she gonna go against Piper at the Clash. Piper from out there, ain't she?
Well, I think it's gonna be Well, we're gonna get to it soon, but is it probably? Oh wait, the Clash. We're talking about the Clash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ain't
yeah,
Piper from out there?
yeah. Probably Piper. Yeah, you may have a point. Yeah, probably Piper.
Yeah,
Because it's
because I was
Scotland.
thinking like she from Scotland. Ain't she from over there in that
Yeah, she's from
area,
Scotland.
Scotland? All
She from
right,
Scotland.
all right, cool. So yeah, I think that they will put, they won't put the belt on her, but they are, have let her have a chance in front of her a whole crowd.
Yep, that's true. In front of her countrymen. So yeah, there you go. It'll be in Scotland. Yeah, I could see that happening. But yeah, like I said, Liv Morgan won. I've already said for she'll just probably gonna troll Rhea until Rhea comes back,
Mhm.
and then maybe
Yeah,
she'll try to say like, "I took your title, I took you out, and I took your man."
yeah, that's basically all she gonna do.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's all gonna happen. But yeah, like I said, the whole thing it was a screwy finish. So yeah, Liv Morgan is the new women's champion. So there you go. Next, the Intercontinental Championship was on the line. Sami Zayn, Bronson Reed, Chad Gable. Gable sent Maxine to the back. I guess Tozawa couldn't make the trip, so he only brought Otis with him. Sami Zayn, super over here in Saudi Arabia, given because he's like Syrian and I guess his religion is Muslim, right?
Uh-huh.
So yeah, even last time when they did the Night of Champions thing, he was super over. He had the garb on and everything. So he was probably one of the most over people on this show today. This is a very good match. I definitely enjoyed the triple threat. I knew Sammy was gonna win. I will say, like towards the end, and I know they're still playing to the whole Otis and Gable thing, because Gable's telling Otis like, make sure you follow the plan and do it, and Otis is hesitating, and for how long it took, and still Sammy got out of the way and everything, and got back in the ring and took out Bronson Reed with a Luva kick and won. I had to sit there and say like, man, Bronson Reed must have been dazed for that long and not get out of the way after how long they did
Right.
that whole part with Otis and them.
You brought up a good point. That was good.
That went on for a minute.
He must have had lead in that shoe. He must have had lead in something in there and kicked that nigga. So, oh man, bro, I
Gable's just
was wondering
yelling.
the same thing
Ga-
though.
Gable's just yelling at Otis and then slapping him and like, pick him up, pick him up, pick him up. And then, he tries to go for the clothesline, ends up taking out Gable then. But that went on for a minute before Sami Zayn could just get back in the ring and hit a haluva kick and win the match from there. Because I was like, man, Bronson Reed had to be dazed for a good minute. But, I'm not
Hey,
surprised Sammy won here. I was talking to Steven about this. They probably could have still had Gable win if they wanted to. And probably pin Bronson Reed for the title, but I feel like they will have another match. Not Reed, but Gable and Sammy. Maybe it's SummerSlam, maybe it Clash at the Castle, but I'm not surprised Sami Zayn retained the title from here. So knew he was gonna win.
yeah, I kind of figured that too, especially there. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they want to too much disappoint the crowd by changing that title taking that title off of Sami Zayn. But here's the thing with the whole Otis and Chad thing, I'm really feeling it. I'm not gonna lie. I really feeling it. I really feeling Chad at the heel. I really feeling the sympathetic baby face that Otis will become. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh
you can
yeah,
all see it coming. He's going to become a sympathetic babyface. And so my favorite part, it wasn't even about the because this is my favorite match of the night. But my favorite part wasn't even about the match. It was before the match with Chad Cable came out there and Maxine Dupree just smiling at and he just looked at her and just pointed to the back. Like, get your I was
man,
rolling. I was
you're
on
done.
the floor.
You're
Because
done.
that first,
Roll.
what you say,
He's like, you're done. Roll out. Roll
get
out.
out.
Get out.
And that smile turned quick. Like, dang, what? And then Otis try to get him to keep it. Like, come on. He's like, no, go, get out. I
Like,
was
leave.
like, oh, I was like, man. First of all, how many times this nigga is going to berate you, and you still gonna come out to the ring with him? Like, when you gonna stop coming down to the ring with this nigga? But man, this is my favorite match so Brace. I really did. I really love this match.
No,
Real
this was a
talk.
very good. This is a very good triple threat match, though. So, knew Sammy was gonna retain the Intercontinental title. Like I said, he was one of the most over people of the night of this show. So, no, it was really good and it was very enjoyable. Next, I know they talk about SummerSlam being 2 nights, which I know we talked about this before. I think it's kind of overdoing it. I get what they're doing. It's TKO. It's to make more money for having 2 nights, but it's like it works at WrestleMania. And I feel like, and I've been told this, it's probably going to be for all the big four shows that it may be 2 nights of Royal Rumble and 2 nights of Survivor Series. I don't really need to see that. I think they could just make it work with 1 night. Same for SummerSlam. I get what they're going from a business standpoint and making a lot of money, but I'm like, do we really need 2 nights of SummerSlam? Like, seriously.
No, we don't. We don't. I really not feeling it, Bryce. I ain't gonna lie to you. I am not feeling it. And because we made WrestleMania tonight, but it makes it sense out of the big four. Make you know that this is the night. This is the big night right here. SummerSlam never really had that feeling. Like, yeah, we liked it, and it was a big full pay-per-view and stuff, but we're on WrestleMania, and we need to stop trying to treat it like such. But I've been hearing from Triple H camp though that he want SummerSlam to be like summer WrestleMania, and I don't think you should Triple H. I think you should just keep it as SummerSlam.
Yeah, do what got you to the dance, basically. I can understand that in a way. You want SummerSlam to be big as possible. And yes, SummerSlam is a big show. No taking that away, but we know WrestleMania is like still number one. Not saying SummerSlam has never been great. I'm not saying that either. SummerSlam has had a lot of great stuff that has
Right.
happened. But do we need it like 2 nights? I don't really think you need it to be 2 nights. It's just to get more matches and, like I said, just more people in the building. And like I said, it's gonna make a lot of money. I know this is all TKO doing this, so I get it, but I don't really think like, and I know it's SummerSlam, but I'm like, I don't need to see it with the Royal Rumble and Survivor Series. I don't need to be 2 nights. We can just keep it one. You've made it work with one. Keep it with one. WrestleMania, I understand, because WrestleMania is damn near a marathon. Basically been a marathon in the past where it's been like 15, almost 16 matches and almost an 8-hour show half the time. So I understand that, but SummerSlam, y'all can just keep that what it is.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, bro. You ain't gonna tell me. I thought
Yeah,
the
like,
same thing. I'm like, you could just keep that shit. And like, don't do that. Don't do that. And then, but guess what? We not the only ones. So, 'cause all through the net,
oh yeah, a
everybody,
lot of people. I see more negative than positive reaction.
and me too, me too. I'm
I
like,
have
man,
definitely,
nobody really like it
yeah,
there.
I've seen more negative than positive. It's like, I get it from a business perspective, but I'm like, dude, is anybody really trying to see 2 nights of SummerSlam? Like, seriously,
So,
even I just like, come on now. I thought that was kind of getting a little bit egregious after seeing that. So, like I said, they may do that with the Royal Rumble and
Oh my
Survivor
goodness,
Series, but I'm
no.
like, no, that's just over. That's overkill. That's
Yeah,
overkill to me. In my
yeah,
opinion, I think that's overkill.
it is though, and I understand. I would definitely agree with you. Shoot, man, why we need two nights of all the big four pay-per-views? Why? We don't need two nights of each of those pay-per-views. We just need two nights of WrestleMania. That's it. Keep it at that. Like, but I guess they call themselves trying to do something new.
I guess so. We'll see if it backfires in that then, because it can easily do that, and that's hey, stuff can
I
easily
know, I know.
backfire. You never know.
You ain't got to tell me. I already know.
So there you go. Next, the finals for the Queen of the Ring tournament: Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax. Um, Good match. I think we all figured who was gonna win right here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm like, not Nia Jax had to win. Like, come
Mm-hmm.
on. I never saw Bird Girl winning the whole thing. I was a little bit surprised when Bird Girl even beat EO on Monday. I was actually a little bit surprised by that, but Nia had to win. Like, come on, she pinned Bianca clean on SmackDown. You just don't beat Bianca and then live to tell about it. Okay?
Right.
Like, come on now. Like Nia Jax is gonna win. Like we all saw this coming. Like she had to win. I thought the finish was clean too. You know,
Yeah.
like Lyra trying to pull off the top rope, but then Jax just dropped down and hit the Annihilator and won. But no, like not Nia Jax was definitely gonna have to win this. Like I come on, like she had
And
to.
that's the reason why I said that's why I brought up the title defense for Bailey at Clash of the Castle because that's what. Oh, she dropping that bitch on SummerSlam. I promise you that. Now she dropping it, and I will put all my future checks on that mug. She dropping that. She dropping that kind of way on SummerSlam tonight, Jack. She is. Ain't no ifs ands or buts about it. And once I heard that one title that she was really going for, I was like, oh, she on SmackDown. Oh, she going for the WWE Women's Champion. Oh, okay, she is going to be the WWE Women's Champion by SummerSlam. And that's all I have to say. That's why I said give what's the name a good title defense on at Clash of the Castle against whoever Piper or Chelsea, whatever you want to do. Get her a good title defense, and she dropping it on in August. That's it.
Oh yeah,
That's all.
I could definitely see that happening. Like yeah, Jax is gonna win it because like yeah, I give credit, especially Nia Jax in her second run right now. They have made her look very strong, and she has gotten way better. Like I said, I'll give credit. She didn't even hurt anybody yet. So you have to get like Nia's second run has been very good, very good.
Ain't that something, man? Nia's second run was very good, but we know a person who had second run was piece of shit. But let's not go there.
I get what you mean.
But Nia been doing great. I'm not going to lie to you. Her promos, man, she comes off as a monster seal, and she gets to talk stuff and not be, how heels get to talk stuff and then, but they got to be put in their place. You don't have to put her in her place because she's too big. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to say it like that, but you get what I'm saying. But she's a monster heel. You know what I'm saying? So she can run through people and talk stuff about it. Because she is a good shit talker. I ain't gonna need a lie to you. She's a good shit talker. And I was like, man, hey, keep that. You know. But Nia Jax won the Queen in the Ring. And that was a good one. And I give them that. That
Yeah,
was a good call.
even
And it
the
was a
post
good
promos.
call to put Lyra against her. Okay, Lyra could take that L against her.
True, that's true. Because like I just never saw Lyra winning. I never did. Like I was like Jax had to win this whole thing. Like I was like, oh,
How you
after
like
she
her
beat
so far,
like and
though?
it's like say again.
How you like her so far,
Which
Lyra?
one? Like
You like her so far?
I'll say it's getting better. I hope it's better than what happened on NXT because I feel like she just didn't connect that well with the crowd on NXT, and we saw how people turned on her over there. But
Mhm.
you could tell that they like her and they want to push her somewhere kind of big. So they are pretty behind Bird Girl so far. Like, come on, they let her get to the finals of this tournament. So like you can tell they are behind her in a way. It's kind of going a little bit better in NXT right now. Because remember, hell, she was the champion in NXT.
Yeah.
I just feel like it didn't connect with the crowd well, and people just turned on her then. But main roster so far, it's going pretty good, not bad. But yeah, I didn't think she was gonna win. I just never saw her winning the whole thing. Like I said, I was just kind of surprised she even beat Io. Like that's why I was actually surprised by that. But
Yeah.
they wanted the David versus Goliath type of thing, so that's what they were going for. And it's like I said, Jax had to win. Like, come on, you beat Bianca clean. You just like I said, you don't
Mhm.
beat Bianca and live to tell about it.
Yeah.
Because
That's
Bianca
true.
barely loses.
Listen,
Barely loses.
but you said what happened? When she lost last night and then turn around and won tonight. You're like, man, they weren't gonna get her 2 L's. They're like, nah. You can take this L, but you win it tomorrow though.
You get the win, like, well, you are the tag champion, so we still gotta give you a win. So there you go. We gotta make you get your win back. Look strong either way. So there you go. Um So they got to go with that. That she's gonna get a win. But moving on from that, Becky said she will get her rematch clause this Monday on Raw for the title. So she was already frustrated with all the interferences and stuff going on.
Well, she
Next,
yelling at Dominic, right? She was yelling
yeah,
at
again.
Dominic. She was yelling at Dominic in the back before Byron Saxton got to talk to her, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, she yelled at him, and then Saxton walked up, and then that's when she kept talking about I don't know who's who and who's getting involved and revenge towards this, but I want my rematch on Raw this Monday.
Becky sound like one of those people like I don't care what y'all got going on.
I want my title
Come back. But yeah, what match we got to go into?
Oh, the King of the Ring finals. That's the next one.
That's my second favorite match right there.
Yes,
Yeah,
Randy
those
Orton
were-
versus Gunther. Which, by the way, Randy Orton, everybody sang along to his entrance theme, just like they did in France, which went on for a good minute.
Hey, like Corey Gray said, I think France started something over here. And I was with him
Everybody
on
was
that. I
just
ain't never
singing.
in my whole life heard heard anybody singing Randy Orton song until Friends.
Like just word for word, bar for bar, lyric after lyric. They sung it. No, they definitely were singing it. They were definitely singing his theme song, though. So that was crazy. But this was a great match. I definitely enjoyed this. In a way, it kind of gave you the mystery of who was really going to win this match here. Like, who was really going to win? It was kind of debatable on this one. But I feel like one thing they focused on was Randy Orton's leg being injured and how Gunther kept focusing on that. So I knew that was going to come into play. And they did give Orton an out here because it was a little bit kind of like, damn, who is really going to win this? But because at one point I'm like, well, there's a title shot on the line. I still feel like it's going to be Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. That's your big money match right there, obviously. But because at one point some people believe that Gunther was probably gonna go for the WWE title if this was gonna be a way to pivot him to SmackDown. But I'm like, nah, they just drafted him back to Raw anyway, so I don't think he was gonna be moving. Now, one thing about this whole match, and as great as this match was, I'm sure it's going to be really questionable towards the ending because right after Orton he had a second RKO onto Gunther, but and got the pin, but Gunther ended up hooking at Orton's leg, but you can clearly see Randy Orton's shoulder up. It's like it was literally one shoulder, and they didn't even address that because even I said like, well, he had a shoulder up. But I guess they just still gonna go with it. Like, what was the leg he went for? But I'm like, yeah, his whole shoulder was up. You can clearly see it on camera. So they did give Orton an out at the same time. But yeah, like Gunther still won the tournament, but still it's like his whole shoulder was up though. But like I said, they focused on Orton's bad knee. And then right after that, Triple H was in the ring and gave Gunther the crown, and he said he would be going for the world title against Damian Priest. And you know what? And one thing I got to say about the King of the Ring tournament in general, and I still think it was, I didn't think they should have said it was going to be for a title shot at SummerSlam at the beginning of this whole tournament instead of waiting to the end. And I can see why the whole King of the Ring thing has now been pretty debatable in making that decision, making a title shot. Some believe they should have been made it a title shot for King of the Ring, because the thing with King of the Ring is this: King of the Ring has always been a tournament to elevate people up to a higher level, whether it be the world championship or not. Because we've seen what the King of the Ring has done for people. Some good, some bad. Whether it be a king gimmick or not. We've seen how it's, made a jump start for people to go towards the world title even bigger. We've seen it for people like Stone Cold Steve Austin or Brock Lesnar or like who else made it to the world title? Like or like a King Booker, even with the king gimmick and whatnot, brought themselves to world championships. And I may be missing some names out there, so please correct me anytime it's possible.
Mabel,
But to who?
Mabel,
Mabel.
Mabel.
Yeah, was King Mabel ever the WWE champion?
Mhm. He wasn't WWE champion. He went for the title though.
Okay, he went for the title though, because I guess I was
Yeah.
talking about people that that actually won the
Oh,
WWE title.
we won the title. All right, cool, cool. Oh, my bad. But yeah, he just it was one of those situations that I do agree with you. But here's the thing: why they stop it in the first place? Stop that little. Oh man, you go to the SummerSlam because that's what they did with Mabel. With,
That's true.
back in the day, he went against Undertaker at SummerSlam.
That's true.
So I'm like, why did y'all stop it in the first place? This was a perfect opportunity to go for a title, to have somebody go for the title.
That's true. Like, why not do it? Kept doing it before, because like I said, they did it, then they stopped it. Now they brought it back. I don't know why they just didn't say this at the beginning of the whole thing. Like, why you literally wait till the last minute? Like, okay, now if you win, you get a title shot at SummerSlam. I'm like, why didn't you just say that to the get go? Like, why do it now? And it's like I said
Right.
before, like the King of the Ring tournament has always been to jumpstart people to a higher level on the card, whether it be towards the main event or not. And like you said, we've seen king gimmicks before. I'm not saying it's going to be a king gimmick with Gunther now and whatnot, but and so because we've seen how some of these king gimmicks have kind of gotten goofy and whatnot. Booker T made it work. Okay, he definitely made it work.
Hmm.
But
Yes, he did.
we've seen people like Barrett do the king thing, and Sheamus, and hell, even Xavier Woods do it. Because I'm like, damn, yeah, it didn't bring Woods like to a world title, even like an Intercontinental title, but we've seen what the tournament has done for many, like what Kurt Angle's won it, Edge has won it. So it's a lot of people that have won it. Either they got to the Intercontinental Championship or not, or even US title. And like I said before, even to the world title itself. It's just, and I agree with you said, like, yeah, you did it years ago, but now you're just having to bring it back at the last second. It's just like, okay, it's a regular
Hmm.
tournament now. Now you get a title shot. So I just kind of thought, like, probably just should have said that at the get go instead of
Yeah,
just doing it the last second.
I wish you on that one. Yeah, they should have just said it because now our tree would have been on point with it. Like, oh my god, we gotta watch these matches. We gotta make sure who we want to win and see if they're gonna win. And like, man, they waited until the very last minute. Was it like Thursday when they told us?
Yeah,
Like,
like Thursday.
I'm like, now you tell us? Wow.
You could have done this
Okay.
at the beginning of this whole tournament. Why you wait till the end now? Oh, well, we're gonna raise the stakes now. I'm like, you could have said that at the get go. Like, what's up with that? And then, going along with this, with Gunther winning, which I do believe he will win at SummerSlam now. Whoever will be the champion, because literally right after this, Triple H did say that Drew McIntyre is medically cleared now, so he will face Damian Priest at Clash at the Castle for the World Heavyweight title.
Okay, cool. And that's gonna be a good one though. I ain't gonna need a lie to you. I'm kind of looking forward to it because that's gonna be a good one. I like
And
both guys, Priest and Drew. Yeah.
and I don't want to go too much into it because this is what I believe is gonna happen going into SummerSlam, and I think this is gonna be these two type of scenarios. One, I still think that Priest will either lose the title at Clash or he will lose it at SummerSlam. And with Clash, I could see Drew winning it, but at the same time, I feel like CM Punk will end up screwing him over at Clash at the Castle, and then it'll be Priest versus Gunther at SummerSlam, and Gunther will win. Because I don't see Priest going that long with the title itself. Or hell, maybe Drew will win, and face Gunther at SummerSlam. So it could be either a scenario, but I feel like scenario 1 is gonna happen more than scenario 2.
Yeah, I think I want to go with scenario 2. And here's the thing why I want to go with scenario 2. Because only thing they really want to give Drew is a win in front of the crowd. If you go back to any promos that Drew always talk about, he always mentioned winning the title in front of no crowd, and he always mentioned that. And then by the time the crowd came around, he had to drop the title. It's like God, I just think they trying to just get him a win in front of the crowd, in front of his home crowd. They go crazy over there in Scotland. He come back. They go to Cleveland for SummerSlam. He go drop that bitch. He go drop it to Gunther because they
Yeah.
really want Gunther to be the world champion right now. They really do.
Oh yeah, they do. You know they want to, like, especially now given the whole title shot, the whole title shot thing for the King of the Ring. So yeah, I can definitely, that's gonna happen. You definitely know it's happening. But like you said, I believe Drew will win it because even the last Clash of the Castle, he ended up getting screwed over for the world title and whatnot. So now it's like
Mhm.
a second time chance. Some people believe Punk will probably screw him because one thing I've seen people kind of point out. Well, look at the colors to the Clash of the Castle logo. Those are the Chicago flag colors,
Mm, mm. Yeah,
like blue,
that's
yeah,
kind of
like
weird.
blue, red, white. So makes you wonder. Makes you wonder. It could be that, but I still feel like Drew will possibly win. But I feel like Punk is probably gonna screw him over at Clash of the Castle. But it could be either one. But I feel like Gunther's still gonna walk away SummerSlam as the champion. So there you go. But overall, this was still a great match between Orton and Gunther. And like I said before, I believe Orton will be facing Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam for the WWE title. Um, right after that, we now move on into the main event. They had a special guest ring announcer. I'm not gonna try to announce the guy's name because I just don't feel
Don't
like
want to
butchering
butcher
it. Uh,
this.
Ibrahim, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing because I'm not gonna just say nobody's name wrong. But they had a special guest ring announcer, and yes, the main event: Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul for the WWE title. And which you did not watch this match.
Yeah, I did watch it, and I I'm not trying to discredit Logan Paul as this champion. I mean, not this champion as a wrestler, anything. But I just feel like if I watch one of his matches, I watch all of his matches. You know what I'm saying? Like it never really changes up with me with him. They go do some little hot spots out of for him so he can put it on social media. Um, his friends gonna come and try to save him. The brass knuckles gonna be involved. It's like I watched all his matches already. If I just watched one, and I just didn't feel like watching this one, I would just Logan Paul out. Just put it like that.
Honestly, when this match was first announced, I was like, once I knew it was for Saudi, I was like, I didn't really have to care that much going into it because I was like, this all we got. I'm like, damn, there's nobody even to face for the U.S. title. And at first they said it was gonna be like both championships on the line, but then it was just the WWE title on the line. Then so it's like, come on, Cody was never gonna lose. We know that, and it was a good match. I'm not taking anything away from the match. It was a very good match. Like nothing wrong with that. I just never believed Logan Paul was gonna win, and I was like, I don't really need to see this at the same time. But a lot of people say, well, Logan Paul's really over in Saudi, so I'm like, oh, no wonder it's in Saudi then. So there you go. But we talked about this before we even started recording, but it's kind of like everything you said earlier. The match was good. Obviously, it was going to be shenanigans. His entourage got involved. Old Jeff there, Jeff, Jeff, Jeff got involved, and then they end up handing, Logan Paul the brass knuckles, which he ended up hitting Cody with a gut shot. And then next thing you know, you got Michael Cole and Logan Paul arguing with each other because Cole called him a loser and Paul got real pissed off at it, and Corey Graves is holding him back. And Like that's gonna be something. I was starting to believe it was getting kind of cheesy. Like, oh, he's arguing with the announcer now, and then Cody just dives on top of him. Then after that, but like I said, the match, it was really good. I told you at one point, obviously you talked about that viral they got to go viral and all that. So at one point, the announce table got involved, and I know Cody ended up doing like a cutter on top of the announce table. That was the English one. But then once they went to the Arabic announce table, like I said, Logan Paul gets on the top rope, drinks the prime drink, and then does like a big frog splash. But like I said, it looked good, especially how the camera shot it and everything. But like, come on, we've seen this before. And like you just said, it's going to be like a big viral moment and all that. And that's what happened. And then Logan got him in the ring, and then he did another frog splash, but Cody still kicked out. And then he said, like, I hate you. And then we had a ref bump. Yes, we can't forget about the ref bump because they
Oh
both
my!
went for us. Yeah,
I
because
had
like
on top
what?
of that.
Yeah, Cody ended up throwing Logan Paul into the I think he threw him into the referee. Logan Paul did a splash, and then Cody did a splash, and then the referee was down. Then Cody hit the Gringo Killer then after that, but the referee was down, and Cody says like get up, I need you to get up and everything. And then Logan Paul ended up what he do? He hit a low blow on Cody, and then he grabbed the brass knuckles and everything. But next the special guest ring announcer Ibrahim there, he ended up grabbing Logan Paul's leg. Logan Paul kicked him, into the announce table and all that, and then he went for the punch, but Cody Rhodes caught him, and then Cody says, "I'm Cody Rhodes, bitch," and then he hit 3 crossroads on him and won the title and retained the title. So yes, Cody Rhodes still the WWE champion.
He did it.
Not taken away from that. Still a good match.
No, I wasn't laughing at that last part, nigga. He said, "Man, I'm Cody Rhodes."
Yeah, you got to go back to look at that. That was pretty funny.
Especially coming from Cody Rhodes, you already hear Cody Rhodes saying something like that. Like what? Oh man. But yeah, like hey, I kind of figured it would be Bryce. I ain't knocking that. I kind of figured it would be a good match. It was just, Bryce. It's just I don't know, man. It's just I just didn't feel like doing it. Yeah, didn't feel like putting myself through that.
And yeah, Logan Paul is very good. We already know that. But hell, we spoke on this many times before. Hell, even we've had other people. We've had Steven Gerrard even go in the past. What did Gerrard say for back at the Rumble review? It's like Taylor Swift putting on a Kansas City Chiefs jersey. Didn't he say that?
Yeah, it's like they gotta play. They gotta tone down a little bit. Still for them. And I like you still gotta tone down a little bit for them. I don't really think it that much tone it down though. Do you?
Like what, Logan Paul? Like they toned it down, or
Do you think it that much tone it down?
I don't think they toned it down that much. Like I said, I don't think a lot of stuff is bad with him. It's just I just don't care to an extent at the same time. But
Right.
I don't think they got him over the top and everything right now. Cause it's like, come on, I didn't see nobody getting no double title thing here, obviously. So we know Cody was gonna come on, Cody Rhodes is not losing that title anytime soon. But like the whole Logan Paul thing, it's kind of like you're gonna still get a good match out of it. It's just sometimes it's like, well, it's Logan Paul. I don't really care that much because we talked about this before, and I think one was brought up one time. Like, is he really bringing in like ratings and drawing stuff like that? We know he's big on YouTube, but I think we said this before. Is his fans like that really coming over to watch him wrestle in WWE right now? Like, it makes you wonder. Like, hell, we talked about this with NXT coming up this Tuesday. Is like, with Sexy Red, it's like, are any of her fans really about to come over and watch NXT like that to boost the rating?
Right. I don't think none of Logan Paul fans are coming over. Like if they wasn't fans of wrestling already, all day they coming over is just to go see him.
That's true. That's true. Like, are they really coming over to see him like that? I think he's a good heel. Don't get me wrong. It was best they turned him heel because that fits his douchebag personality and all that, it works for him. It's better than being a face because people legitimately do not like him.
Right. Yeah, that's
Like
true.
we already noticed, like people legitimately do not like him or his brother and everything. So it works for him being a heel. So like I said, he's very good. It's just I don't care at the same time. That's why I'm going into this match. It's like, well, yeah, Cody's got to win. Like, come on, that's obviously that was going to happen. And it's like, oh, it's in Saudi. I was like, all right, there you go. That answers my whole thing.
So
You know what I
the
mean?
question, yeah, the question is now for Cody is since we already know Gunther is going for the World Heavyweight Championship, who possibly can they have for Cody at SummerSlam?
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton. You goddamn right. you damn right. You better put the Viper in. You better switch that nigga heel. Yeah.
It's gotta be Orton, but right now I guess they still kind of involved with that whole bloodline thing, so they may be still playing on to that. Because that's what I feel like they're gonna keep doing.
Right. And I feel like this, like with the bloodline thing, like I think Kevin Owens could take over that situation and move on and find himself a new partner or find somebody who could who need elevation and they can team up with him, you know. But I think they could take Randy out of that. He got one of the revenge. He pinned and beat Tama Tonga last night. So I don't know. I just think of it like like this, like they could take Randy out of that spot and put somebody else in that spot. But yeah, it's like I'm looking forward to SummerSlam. I'm sorry that I'm not looking forward. I'm not looking forward to the Clash as much as SummerSlam. I just feel like the Clash is just an overhyped beat show. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they having something out there in Scotland. It's really not anything. It's not really any big pay per view. I don't think any major titles going to be changed. It's going to be some good matches because they got some good wrestlers. But here's the thing: I don't feel like they going to have big matches at the Clash. They're going to save all the big matches for SummerSlam.
Either that or Money in the Bank, but mostly SummerSlam. No, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think Orton will face him at SummerSlam. I don't know who goes for Cody Rhodes next for the title. Um, well, who else on SmackDown they got? Who else is on SmackDown?
Anybody, anybody who over right now is they over as a face, really mostly like LA, he a face, and so it's like they not gonna really do that. And I think they try to, I think they try to gear towards him taking the U.S. title away from Logan Paul.
Yeah, that could probably be. Yeah, I remember that segment they did in the back. With Logan Paul walking by LA Knight. So yeah, they probably will still do that because, like I say, LA Knight is still super over right now. I know some people believe that WWE is kind of booking him wrong right now and that pushing him higher than he should be right now, given the reactions, which he always gets are very high. Even he was sitting out there today at that show, and you saw how the crowd popped for him.
Yeah, I don't think they booking him wrong. And to be honest with you, there's no room up there at the top right now. They already got a babyface champion. So you don't really need another baby face to be on top right now with Cody. So I think they booking him just right until they can find a heel champion one day, and then probably would Cody drop the title to that heel champion. Then you might see the elevation of LA Knight.
True, true. Because right now they got to get another heel. I don't know if it be the Bloodline again. I don't think it's gonna be like Tama or Solo, any of them right now. Because like I said, they just got the Bloodline, which I still feel like they're going after Orton and Kevin Owens still. So they're still doing that. Cause like I say, ain't no really telling when Roman coming back anytime soon right now. So that's gonna obviously be a wait. Damn, like who else is a heel on SmackDown again?
Well, Mello just got there though, so I don't see him doing nothing
Mello
anytime soon.
taking Mello taking L's left and right.
I mean, he only took two. I mean, three matches, two L's. The one was against the world champion, and another was against a future Hall of Famer. So yeah, I don't think he's taking
Okay,
bad
maybe
L's.
not left and right. Okay, all right, maybe not left and right, but see more L's than wins, I guess. But
Yeah, more. I think they could still get him wins. So because there's a lot of people that really not going to be elevated ever, so he can beat them.
gotta give it time. And like I said, it's a lot of injuries still too. So I know there's people out at the same time also. So yeah, I'm not really sure who goes after Cody Rhodes next, especially at Clash of the Castle. I'm not sure, but I believe it will be Orton at SummerSlam. No, so that's what I see going for that. But overall, I thought this was a good show, easy to get through. Um, like I said, it wasn't bad. Like it was what it was. It's not really a lot to say about it, especially when it comes to these Saudi shows. I'm not saying nothing groundbreaking really happened here. Like I said, we had the tournament. Liv is the new women's champion. Cody retained. Trying to think anything else. Sammy retained. It was a good show. Like I said, it's not really much to say about it. It was just a good show.
Yeah, I ain't got, I ain't had, I ain't had no complaints about it. I really did think it was a good show. I enjoyed it from beginning to the end. Well, to my end, but I enjoyed it. I really did think it was a bad show.
Like I said, it was good. Say what you want to about the whole propaganda thing. If we take that out of the equation, it was a good show. So, like I said, this was like I said, 5-6 matches to get through, and the show kind of breezed kind of by and away. It only went like what, 3 hours, 2.5 hours.
Yep.
So yeah, like I said, it started like 12 o'clock over here. So there you go. Like it was a good show, and that's kind of it. So yeah, overall, the King of the Ring pay-per-view was good.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Definitely enjoyed it. Now the next review, which we got another pay-per-view tomorrow night. Um, Double or Nothing.
I'm I might go have to skip out on this one.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be me and Shaggy doing that one for Double or Nothing. So yeah,
I can't.
well, that's gonna be a longer show tomorrow night. It's like 11 matches, if I'm not mistaken. So it's gonna be a way longer show.
Yeah, that's a long. Oh, god damn, 11. Shit.
Yeah, it's just gonna be something. It's gonna be a lot to say about that. Oh, it's gonna be a lot to talk about that tomorrow night when that show happens. I'm gonna have a lot to say about that, just from the build and I'm sure the aftermath of it, because I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of things to say, like literally. So that's my take on it. So hey, we gonna see what happens tomorrow night when Double or Nothing happens though. But no, I'm looking forward to that review. I'm definitely looking forward to that. But other than that, overall, like I said, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. Hit the like button, hit that notification bell. Do you have anything to say, plug, before we get up out of here?
No, follow me at Straight Face 40, and that's it.
Yeah, so yeah, there you go. This is the King of the Ring pay-per-view review. We are out of here. Real good show today, and yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow night for AEW Double or Nothing. So yeah, a lot of pay-per-views this weekend, folks. A lot of pay-per-views. Other than that, hope everybody's out there having a safe holiday, and yeah, peace out.